A mod tutorial by Etika? There's no way I'm gonna do this. Obviously, he's going to brick the console. And then what? Am I gonna wind up with a brick console? This dude might even fuck up and brick my computer with how stupid he is. He probably doesn't even know the modding process. Why should I even listen to this guy in the first place? I mean, who in the fuck is Etika? What kind of a name is that? Do you really trust somebody like this with the welfare and the well-being of your WiiU? Instead of putting Smash mods on, you should figure out how to use the fucking WiiU. It is literally impossible to brick or damage your WiiU or any other components that are involved in this process at all. If there's one question that I get asked a lot, people wonder how the safety of this process goes, and I'm telling you right now, take my word for it, it's 100% safe. Nintendo can't ban you from playing online. There's nothing illegal about this process at all. All you're doing basically is just putting mods on Smash Brothers. That's it. There's no permanent damage to your WiiU. You can play Smash Brothers without the mods if you so choose. All it is going to the browser and running an exploit. The thing is that on the 3DS, the process is actually way harder, a million times harder, than it is on the WiiU. Funny how that works. Just so the few of you guys who are scared of this process understand, there's no danger whatsoever that's involved. And if for some godforsaken reason somehow you're able to do some kind of permanent damage to your WiiU, which is impossible, then you know what? I'll send you half of the nutsack sandwich that I had promised to make in the first place. What's going on, guys? Etika from the Etika World Network here, and finally I'm bringing you how to make your own dump for Smash Bros. 4 on the WiiU so that way you can install mods on that bitch. This has been long overdue, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting down to the metal, getting down to the pedal to the metal, however the hell you may phrase it. And by the way, yes, those are my pants on the ground over there. Don't ask any more questions. Let's continue this, man. I made sure that I'm recording from a lot of different sources, so you're seeing my screen right now as is. We also have my desktop being recorded alongside with my WiiU, and on top of everything else, my gamepad screen is also being recorded. So this way you can see how this process is done from every single angle. Now, if you're asking yourself the question, Etika, what the fuck is a dump? How does it relate to Smash 4 modding? You should watch this video. I'm gonna have it linked on the screen right now as an annotation. It's basically me explaining the process of what we're going to do today under 5 minutes. It's really small, quick, easy, and it'll be easy to understand exactly what the hell we're doing in this video after you watch that previous one if you haven't already. But over 80,000 people saw it, so I'm sure you saw it. Either way, if you haven't, go and watch it right now so you can understand what we're doing today. If you watched that previous video, you remember the tools that you need. And of course, you need your WiiU, you need an SD card. Anything over 2 gigs will be fine. I suggest 4 gigs and up, but if you feel like you are okay with 2 gigs, mods can take up some kind of space sometimes. So, you know, you might want something that's a little bit on the bigger side, but you're gonna need the SD card, the WiiU, and of course Smash Brothers. Now, this can be digital or physical, doesn't matter. Region doesn't matter. And I know some people will ask me about the SD card. Do you necessarily need it to be brand new, empty? Not really. It can be the SD card that you've been using in your WiiU for a while now. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have an SD card and you have some decent amount of space left on it, then you should be fine. With all that out the way, we are finally ready to start creating the dump. And it's not as crazy of a process as it may seem on the outside, and I'm gonna do my best today to try to simplify it for you guys, so hang tight with me. Of course, you're going to need the programs to be able to start this process, so if you look in the description of this very video that you're watching, I have about 6 links in the description that I need you dudes to download for me in order to get this thing started. Now, if you take a look right here, I'm actually on my desktop screen, so you should see it for yourself. I have the description of the video open right here for all of us to see. There may be some issues with downloading the links for some of you guys since there's antivirus and all that stuff. So if you want me to showcase for you the process of downloading each of them, then just stick around. But if you want to skip this and you just want to get to the meat and potatoes and you already have the programs downloaded, then you can skip ahead in the video. So let's start this off. We're going to open up the SD card formatter first. We're going to open this up. Just click the image here and it should start downloading just like that. So that's an easy one. The next one you're going to download is the SD card programs, and this was made by NW Player. So big shout outs and thank yous to her for helping me with this process so much. I really do appreciate it, Nikki. She's amazing. Guys, go check her out. But she made this folder for us to be able to use with the Smash mods with the SD card. It sounds a little bit complex, but don't worry, just download it. It should open up right there, and you should have 2 files downloaded at this point. The next thing that you want to download is Smash 4 Explorer 0.07. So what you're going to do is open this up in a new tab, or however the hell you may want to do it, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this forum post, and you're going to see the files here. So you want to download the latest one, But the thing is that this program has components which your PC may see as spyware or malware or Trojans. It's not. Now, this is GBA Temp, a very prestigious website when it comes to hacking, modding, etc. They would not allow viruses to be up on their website for any given amount of time, so it's safe. Trust me, it's what's known as a false positive. So what you want to do, temporarily disable your virus protection, your malware protection, your firewall, any of that stuff. The way that I have it on here, I have Windows Defender, so whichever virus protection you have, you just want to disable it temporarily. So what we're going to do for me is go to Windows Defender. You're going to go to Settings, and you're going to say Real-Time Protection Off. I'm on Windows 10, so this is what works for me. And now your computer is basically going to tell you that you have no condom on and you're ready to catch syphilis and AIDS at the same time in your mouth. You want to just ignore this warning for now and try to download the file again. It should work this time. It does work this time. So the previous one may have failed if your antivirus was on. Maybe this wouldn't be the case for you, but it was for me. So I'm just showing you guys how to disable it and make the file download smoothly. Once the file has downloaded though, you definitely want to go back and turn your antivirus on, because the last thing I would want is for you guys to catch some kind of crazy disease on your computer because you forgot to turn it on because I didn't mention it in the tutorial video. So with Smash 4 Explorer out the way, the next program that you're going to download from the description is Python 2.7.12. And when you go to the page, make sure it's 2.7.12 and not 3.5.2. I don't know if that one's compatible the way that we would want it to be. 2.7, that's the way to go. So once that finishes, there's two more links. The CSS Editor, you're going to open this up as well. This page may take a little while for it to load up on your end, but don't close it out. It's going to load. It just takes a little time. So once the page loads up, you're going to scroll all the way to where it says download it here. Click that link, and it should start downloading it right there. So you're going to X this out and get the last download. Now this one, huge props to Joshua JJG and to my man Alex Stefanis. Alex Stefanis, Joshua JJG, NW Player, they're all MVPs in my book because these niggas showed me how the process is done, and I'm indebted to them because not only did they show me, but they made it so I'm able to teach you guys about the process and what it involves, how easy it is, and the simple tools that it takes to be able to make this thing happen. So big thank you to those three heads. Joshua made this file for me to download because the other one that I saw wasn't working. So anyways, you're going to click the arrow up here, click direct download. It'll ask you to sign in. No, continue to download, and it should go. So now you will have 6 downloaded files minus the false virus negative one. And make sure that you put these in a place that's easy to access. So for the ease of access on my end, where I'm going to put these is right there on the desktop. So let's move these over right now. And there we go. So 6 of the files are completely downloaded, all 6 of them. Now you are finally ready to start the process of getting your dump. So what we're going to do first is install Python 2.7.12. Now, this is an important program for later on in the modding process, not necessarily for now, but since we're starting this up, you might as well install the damn thing right here, right now. But the thing is that I actually already have it installed on my computer and I don't want to change, repair, or remove it. So this won't be the window that pops up for you if you're installing this for the first time, but I already have it, so this is what popped up for me. We're just going to ignore it. The installation process is nothing too crazy. Just prompt through with everything, let it do what it needs to do, and Python should be installed in your computer. I'm just going to cancel the installation since I already have it, but you know what to do. So we're going to delete this now since we already installed it. Let's head over to the WiiU side of things. What you're going to do is go to your WiiU settings. This is basically going to be disabling updates from Nintendo. So what you're going to do is go to Internet, go to Connect to the Internet, go to Connections, go to the connection that you use currently for your WiiU to go online, hit that connection, go to Change Settings, go over to DNS. You're going to make sure it's on Don't Auto Obtain, and then you're going to change your primary DNS and your secondary DNS to these numbers right here. I'll have them linked in the description for easy access. They'll also be on the screen, but you want to change those, and you just change them by clicking on the bar and inputting the numbers right there. Now what this is going to do is disable updates from Nintendo, and I know that sounds a little intimidating, but you don't want an update to come through and then it disables your mods completely. And yes, you can still update your Wii U, your Smash game, and anything else on your Wii U while still having updates blocked from Nintendo, but that's a separate process for another video. I'll explain that later on. Is this necessary for mods? Not exactly, but it's a safety step, a safety precaution for me that I want to take, and I do suggest that you do it, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. So while you're still in the menu, you're going to go all the way back to the options settings. So once you're back here, you're going to move all the way over to power settings for the Wii U. Now the dumping process itself, not the setup, but the actual dump is going to take a long time. Depending on your internet connection, your wireless router, it might take anywhere from 1 hour if you're really fast to 24 hours. It really depends, somewhere in the middle of that range of time. I know it sounds crazy, but the last thing you want is your Wii U auto shutting down within the middle of that. So what you're going to do is go to power settings and go to auto power down. Disable that shit. Make sure it's disabled. You might notice these settings are already set for me because I already did it, but make sure that is off because you don't want your progress being fucked up because the Wii U decided to take a nap. Now go back to the main menu of the Wii U and go to the web browser. So go here, open that up. Once you're here, as you can see on my personal web browser, I only have two things bookmarked: the NWPlayer123 website and LOADIINE. Now I'm going to have these two websites linked in the description. I want you to go to each of these websites and then bookmark them on the Wii U for easy access. Now, I'll just show you really quick how to do it. You just go to the website itself. You'll have to type it in, but I already have a bookmark, so I just clicked the bookmark and I went straight to it. Once you're at the website, after you typed it in on your Wii U, however, you're going to click your little avatar at the bottom left, and it's going to give you an option to bookmark the page at the very bottom of this. Make sure that both of these websites are bookmarked. Like I said, they'll be on the screen and they'll be in the description. So once they're bookmarked, you should have a page that looks like this. You may have other bookmarks that are there too. You don't have to worry about those. Just make sure that you have those two websites done. So now we are going to move over to the PC side of things, and you're going to need your SD card. Regardless of if the SD card was in the Wii U for this previous process or not, make sure you have it. We're going to now format it to be able to work with the Wii U. You don't have to do this if this was an SD card that's already been in use on your Wii U, and you don't have to delete the files off of that. But if it's a brand new card, or if it's something that you use in a different device like a camera, you're going to have to format it. So I'll run you guys through the process of how to do that real quick. I'm going to put the SD card in here. And now we are going to open up the actual SD card itself. And I'm just going to do this to show you guys that it is completely empty. So with that done, you're going to now go to the downloaded files that you had from the desktop where I'm working with them from. And you're going to go to WiiU format. Open that up, allow it, and it's going to highlight your SD card. Wherever the hell it is, make sure that the SD card is highlighted there. And now you're going to click start. Do you really want to format the drive? Yes, we do. And once that's formatted, it'll delete everything on there. So make sure that anything valuable that you had in your SD card is removed. But if it's the SD card that you've been using on your Wii U, you don't have to do this. Anyways, so with that done, we're going to close it out. We don't need reformat anymore, so we're just going to delete this. Open up your SD cards folder. And this is the root of it, by the way. And when I say root, I just mean basically the first destination on the SD card, the very first. So right there, this is it. Now what you're going to do is go to the WiiU SD zip file here, extract or drag and drop the Wii U folder directly to the SD card. It's not a big folder, so it shouldn't take you too long at all. And once again, these are the files that are necessary to run the exploits on the Wii U from the SD card. So big thank you to Nikki NWPlayer once again for showing me how to do this and for making this folder for me and you guys so we can do it easily ourselves. Once that's done, you can delete the zip file itself. As long as you have that Wii U folder from the zip on the SD card, then you're good. Once that's done, you can remove your SD card from your computer. Now, put it back into your Wii U, and we're going to continue the process from there. My shit is set up really weird. I gotta fucking move the fucking Wii U thing there. Okay, there we go. Once the SD card is back in your Wii U, what you're going to do, and make sure it has that Wii U folder on it, what you're going to do is open up the NWPlayer123 bookmark that I gave you guys earlier. Now, when you have this open, you're going to click Kernel Exploit for Homebrew Launcher. So hit that. It's going to give you some crazy looking Illuminati shit. For some strange reason, hackers find it very entertaining to put the creepiest shit within their programs. Now, thanks a lot, Nikki. And now, as soon as it kicks you back to the main menu, you're going to go to the browser again. So it's going to send you back, go to the browser once again after the Illuminati thing. And you're going to go to Nikki's website once again, and this time you're going to hit Homebrew Launcher Needs Modified. That's the last option. And from there, it'll have a loading screen, and then next thing you know, you are in Homebrew, just like that. So now that you're here, what you're going to do is open up DDD. And yes, I know, isn't it crazy how easy the hacking process is? We're in Homebrew just like that. We didn't have to do anything super extensive like you would have to on the 3DS. I'll take it. Go to the DDD program, and you're going to click Load. Now you're going to see this screen. Keep this screen open for now on the Wii U. Don't worry about it. But for now, we are going to go back to the PC. So when you're back to your computer, you're going to hit your search window and type in CMD. It's going to take you to your command prompt. Now when you're here, type in ipconfig. It'll be on the screen so that way you can see it easy. Hit enter and it's going to give you a bunch of data all at once. The one that you want to pay attention to the most is the IPv4 address. Make sure you remember that or you write it down. The IPv4 address is going to be put into the WiiU and the DDD program. So make note of that and now go back to DDD on the WiiU. Now you see where it says server IP? Well, this is where you're going to put your IPv4 address. So what you're going to do, mine it says 192.168.1.2. And by the way, these IPs can't be used to find or track anybody, so don't worry about safety or anything like that. These are IP addresses only used by your devices and your router, not your actual location on the planet, okay? Yeah, change your server IP to the same IPv4 on the command prompt on your PC. So what you're going to do is change this. Mine says 192.168.1.2, so I'm going to change this 178 to a 1. And just move all the way up. 1 and then 2. Once this is done, press the X button. You'll see a white flash and it'll take you right back to your WiiU's menu. But from here, DDD is running and your WiiU is ready to dump a game to your PC. So from this point forward, all you have to do now is wait. We're going to go back to the computer now. So when you're here, you can close out this command prompt window. So what you're going to do from here is go to my computer or my PC, this PC, whatever the hell it may be called. Windows 10 is weird. And now you're going to go to your local disk, and here you're going to make a new folder. So new folder, and this folder we're going to name it DDD, lowercase. Once that's done, open up the folder, and you see the title dumper, one of the files that we downloaded from the description. You're going to drag and drop the title dumper directly to DDD. When that's done, you can close out that window. And now you're going to open up a brand new Notepad document. So open it up, and it should be totally brand new, you know, Notepad, simple Notepad, right? Now you're going to write in it the following. Let me copy and paste this for you guys. You're going to write into it this, titledumper.exe space /volume space /smash. When that's done, go to File, Save As. You're going to save it to your desktop or wherever you're working out of. Save it as dump.bat. And before you click save, make sure you click on the bottom of that, all files, so that way it doesn't save it as a text file. Dump.bat would be the name of it. Make sure you put it in exactly as I wrote it. Hit save. And now you should notice when it saves that you have a file that looks like this rather than a Notepad file. You can close out the original file right there, and you should have a file that just says dump. Maybe some of you will say dump.bat, doesn't matter. So now what you're going to do is go back to your DDD folder. So we're going to go to local disk, open up DDD, and drag and drop dump directly inside of it. From here, double click dump, not title dumper, but dump. So as you guys can see, it's going to open up another command prompt window, but this one will say something different, and we can close this out right now. It'll say titledumper.exe volume smash, title dumper by Dimmock, and by the way, Dimmock, I'm sure I'm fucking your name up in some way, but thank you so much for making these tools and making this process accessible and easy for all of us to be able to use Smash mods. And then again, he's not even showing us Smash mods here, he's just showing us how to dump WiiU games. Regardless, your work is appreciated. You're a fucking hero, Dimmock. Thank you. It's gonna say waiting for your WiiU connection. So at this point now, we can go back to the WiiU and watch the magic happen. You are pretty much ready to start dumping. You're going to go to your WiiU and open up Smash Brothers, because the WiiU is ready to dump any program that you open right now. So when you open up Smash, if you take a look at the title dumper program in the command prompt on your PC, you're going to start seeing files get written down to that thing. And there we go. The files finally started. I thought I fucked something up, but there we go. Congratulations. I really am happy for you. Something that was seen as so complex, we did it in a reasonable amount of time. Now, this is important. Make sure that your computer stays on while this happens. The WiiU, don't have it get turned off. Don't make sure nobody fucks with it. None of your siblings, none of your parents fuck with it, because this is going to take a very long time. Like I said, anywhere from 1 hour to 24 hours, depending on the speed of your connection, the efficiency of your wireless router, and other unforeseen factors. One way or another, make sure you keep both of these windows open. You can do other stuff on your computer, just make sure you don't close this out. Keep this open at all times. It's basically taking the entire game and putting it directly on your computer. So you can expect it to be anywhere from 13 to 20 gigabytes, depending. I don't remember the exact size of it. Actually, I have a dump right here, a dump that I made earlier. So let me see. How big is this thing? It's 13.6 gigabytes. So that's how big you should expect your dump to be as well. Now, even though you've completed the dumping setup and the actual dump is in progress, there's only one step left to this process. But we have to wait until the dump finishes. So I'll see you guys in anywhere from 1 to 16 fucking hours.
2,000 years later.
What's going on? Anyways, the dump finally finished, and it didn't take 2,000 years. Spoiler alert. It actually took 4 hours this time around. The first time I tried, I think it took 6, but it took less time, so hopefully it doesn't take that long for you guys either. Let me know in the comments how long the dump took for you to finish. But even though I say it's finished, I said there was one more step that we had to do. Now, if you are at this point in the dump, then you should already be in the title screen. You should see the intro cinematic and stuff. And if you look at the actual window where the title dumper is taking place, you'll see that it's paused. It's not really like, it's kind of like stuck in the middle. So what you have to do at this point is press the home button on the WiiU gamepad. When you press the home button, you're going to go to the pause screen, the home pause screen, whatever, and you're going to see the list of files continue to download from the dump. It's only going to last a few more seconds, and then once that's done, you'll see connection closed. After that's finished, then you are completely, officially done with the dumping process. Now you can fucking celebrate. No more of that bullshit. You've done it. The hardest part of Smash Mods is over for you. The thing is that if you go to the if you press the home button on the gamepad and you don't see the files continue to download, then press close the application or close the game. But don't close it unless you don't see any more files being downloaded once you press the home button to get out of Smash Brothers, okay? I'm telling you that because it depends. The last few files you need for your dump depend exactly on where your Smash game is located, if it's a physical copy or if it's a digital copy, okay? So press home button. If the files don't start after a minute or two, then press close the application, and then you should get those last files in your dump completed. With all that said and done, let's see what this dump looks like. So what we're going to do is go to our folder where we made this. We made it in the actual local disk of the PC, so we're going to go to that, and we're going to look at DDD. The file's still there, actually. The folder's still there, but here is where the actual dump is. It's located in this new Smash folder, which is here after the dump started. So if you open this up, let's look at how big this file is. It's 13.6 gigabytes, so yours should be the exact same size, or close to it at least. If you keep going in here, you'll see that there's 3 folders. Actually, there's a couple more folders than 3. This is it. You don't have to worry about anything else. And for now, in this modding process, you are done. There's going to be another modding video right after this one, which is going to explain more of how to actually take the mod now and put it in the dump and then export that to the SD card. But we'll work on that at a later time. Right now, I'm about to go start working on that. So I'll see you dudes later on. Congratulations if you made it this far, and if you did have some technical trouble, you could always hit me up on Twitter or hit up the links in the description to ask those lovely people for them to help you out as well. They are amazing, and it's thanks to all those guys that I was able to do this tutorial in the most basic way possible to be able to showcase it for you guys and make it as easy to understand. So I'm hoping that I did that for you all. I can't wait till we can get into some crazy ass mods because the scene is exploding right now. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Once again, big thank yous to every single person who created these programs, who showed me how to use them, and you all made this possible. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you all. Take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.